and welcome to No Second Season, and welcome to this hot, sunny and humid Sunday in New South Wales. I was inspired to get out on my bike today by watching another Aussie YouTuber, trail surfer. I'll put a link to his YouTube channel somewhere here or there. I'm not sure which side it comes up. Yeah, I watched him at Nail Can Hill and I thought, do you know what, I'm going. So I got ready and then I realised actually I've got a bit of an injury, and I noticed it after bike packing. I thought it was a mozzie bite, but it's actually a lump on the inside of my leg, and after bike packing it got a lot bigger. So I didn't ride for a couple of weeks and it went down, and then I rode at Falls Creek and it's got bigger again. So I thought I'd better let it go down and then get back on my bike. Today I'm going to be looking at some equipment, something I've had for over 2 years. It's my backpack or rucksack, whatever you want to call it. It's an Exped Lightning 60 litre. It's absolutely fabulous. It's a really high spec, lightweight rucksack. I've used it for all my bike packing tours. You hardly know it's there. It really is a great pack. It's not cheap, but weighing in at 1.15 kilos, it's very light indeed. It's got so many adjustments and so many loops and straps on it. For bike packing, I'm not going to use half of them, but for backpacking it would be brilliant. As I say, I've ridden with it for 2 years. It's had 2 big accidents. It didn't suffer any damage to the main body during those accidents. The nylon ripstop hasn't torn at all, so it really is quite robust. The worst damage I've done, I'll show you. When I fell in Spain and I was sliding along the gravel on my face, this and this part got dragged along the gravel. In fact, I ended up with gravel, like nearly not full, but a lot of gravel in the bottom here, and it scuffed up the material and it wore a hole through. This, it just scuffed up, so it's pretty tough. No damage anywhere else, so I'm really pleased with the quality and the robustness of this backpack. Often you'll see reviews, but they're not always reviews of people that have actually used them in the field and give them some abuse, and I really have given this abuse. You know, it's been bike packing, it's fell, it's been dragged along the gravel at high speed, it's been on lots of flights, in cabin and in cargo. So it's been about, and it's I can vouch for its robustness. They've actually got a 5-year warranty as well at Exped, so that's not bad, is it? These aren't cheap, as I said, but you're getting a good piece of kit, especially with the 5-year warranty. I'll just show you around it briefly because you can look at the website and see all its features. The features I use, I'll show you. So we've got a pocket, zipped pocket on each side of the hip strap. We've got a pocket on each side, on the side. Now the only thing I don't like about this rucksack is this, that the fact that the side pockets have this strap and this strap in them, and sometimes when you don't want to take it off and you're trying to get your hand bent backwards and get your water bottle back in here, it catches on this and it's quite annoying. So yeah, Exped, get rid of that strap in there, it's bloody annoying. I use one of the pockets to keep my whistle in, so at least I've got a whistle on me if I fall somewhere and I can make a bit of noise. As well as the side pockets and the hip pockets, there's a couple of good pockets to keep things safe in. There's one here on the outside and it's got a water resistant zip that does look very water resistant. Now this is a large pocket. I'll turn it inside out so you can see how big it is. So that's a large pocket to keep things safe on the outside. Now on the inside, there's also a pocket. Now the only other pocket on here is this internal one. It's mesh on one side, plastic on the other. It has a zip top and it has a key ring on it here. And this is handy for keeping really important things. So being accessible only from the inside of the bag, it's really handy for keeping things like passports, documents, money safe. And you know where it is at all times and can't spill out. Now, apart from those two pockets there, the rest of the bag is just one large cavity. I've got a couple of cushions in there to pad it out, but it's just one large cavity, so there's not loads of compartments. Now, as for waterproofing, it is water resistant, and it has a water head of 1500 millimeters, which I think is pretty good. I always wear it with a poncho over it, so I can't actually vouch for its water resistancy, although looking at it, you'd say it's probably reasonable. It's ripstop nylon. You can check out the exact spec on the website, which I'll put in the information section on this YouTube video. So there's lots of room, there's lots of adjustment to carry extra things. You can carry extras on top and you can carry extras on the bottom. There's some loops on the bottom. There's also ice axe loops. I don't quite use it in the form that it's meant to be. These straps do actually clip on up here, but I can't be bothered with undoing those every time, so I've adjusted them up to how I want them and I leave them loose, so they should clip up there. Now, another thing I don't use as intended is the roll top. So it's got a roll top and they actually, each side clips onto one of the straps in the pocket. I don't use that because I don't want to undo two strips every time. So I clip them together like so, and then I use the over centre strap. So that's how I use it. And as I say, I don't use these. I don't clip these up. You get handy Velcro to tie up all your loose straps. So that's how I use it. Now, there's all sorts of things you can carry in here and in here. You can carry on the sides. It really is adaptable. This in here is an aluminium spine. I don't know if you can see it. We can take that out, pull it out of this pocket here, and it slips out. Now, I can't find anywhere it tells you, because this is not symmetrical. This is longer than this, but I'm pretty sure this goes at the top. Concave, facing out, and it just slips in here. So if you're traveling on a plane and you want to fold it up into a suitcase, you can take this out and make this very small indeed and carry the spine separately. So you push it in the loop at the top, and then slip it in the loop on the hip strap. Now this is adjustable, so the distance between your shoulders and your hips is adjustable by this strap, so it moves it up or down, which is really handy. This is a woman specific bag, and I believe the only difference with women specific is that this metal spine, aluminium spine, is slightly shorter, and that's only by a very small amount. So I'm going to put it on and I'll show you how you adjust it. First of all, I'd say put on the hat that you're going to be mostly using whilst you've got the backpack on. If you've got a wide brimmed hat, put that on, because it does make a difference as to how you adjust your rucksack. So hat on first. Remember, I've loosened up all of my straps. Everything is loose and baggy. So I'm going to slip it on. First thing to do, find your hip bones. You pull on these two straps, probably different for men and women, I would say anyway, but that is nice and tight on my hips. So that's in a good position, and your hips will be carrying the weight. Even when you're cycling, your hips can carry the weight. Now, we want to get the right adjustment. So this is all loose. You don't want them up in the air, up here, the straps. You don't want them pulling tightly on your shoulders. You just want them sitting gently across your shoulders. So I'm going to do the chest strap up. You can adjust the height of the chest strap. It's a bit tight to adjust, but it does, these slide up and down. I don't know if they're level. I'll have to look in a mirror to see if they're level. Now, what I've found, I have to do this on my own. I don't have anyone to do it for me, but I can get in here, I don't know if you can see, and I can get hold of the spine adjustment strap, and I'm going to pull it. It's not easy. I need to do it a little bit tighter once I've got it off. So I think I'm happy with that. Now we can adjust these. So it's going to be to your size, to your shape, to your preference. So I'm pulling them in gently. I don't want them terribly tight. Remembering to try your bike stance. Now certainly if you're cycling, your head is going to be at a different angle. You're going to be like that. Your head is coming back and it's going to hit the rucksack. So there's no point in pulling it in tight, because it's going to determine where your head goes. So leave a good gap here, adjustable on these straps. If you're hiking, you'll probably want it closer, but do try your hat on, because if you've got a wide brim, again, you might have the same problem. So possibly I would adjust this up if I was doing perhaps a gnarly downhill. I might tighten it up a bit, but just for general riding, I'd leave it quite loose. We also have some adjustment here. It seems to bring the bottom of the bag closer or further away from your hip strap.
I don't know where it's meant to be, so I'm just putting it somewhere in the middle. I'm just going to go and have a look in the mirror and see what it looks like. Okay, so I just need to adjust the spine strap a little bit. How I judge that, I think perhaps 5mm, 10mm, just to pull it down a bit. But apart from that, I'm quite happy with it. If you're wondering what these beads are, these don't come with it. I bought these are pacing beads. I've got them on there for an emergency. I don't know if you can see them. So if you get lost, you want to judge your distance, you can measure, first of all measure before you go anywhere, know how long your stride is. So if 100 strides is 100 meters, 100 meters, 200, 300, all the way up, and then you'll count 1 kilometer. Then put them back down, 100, 200, 900, 2 kilometers. So basically, it's just an old-fashioned way of judging the distance travelled. I've not used them yet, but you know how disastrous I am at map reading. I'm sure I'll need them one day. So that is my Exped Lightning 60 litre rucksack. I use for bike packing, but its listed uses are backpacking, hiking and mountaineering. So there you go. Good one, Exped.